this video, I am putting ChatGPT's new model, GPT 5.6, to the test, giving it one single prompt to build me a live end-to-end social media tracking dashboard where I can see all my analytics, my different accounts, my live feeds, and insights into how I could use AI and this new model to grow my social media, because that's what we talk about here. I'm going to show you exactly what it actually came up with. For a spoiler, it is pretty good. And this is all with one single prompt. So I'm going to show you what you exactly need to do, what the prompt actually looks like so you could build this for yourself, and then a few add-ons or bonuses that I would use if you want to use ChatGPT in this new model 5.6 to build interactive dashboards that are pretty quality in your first attempt. So let's hop into the video. All right, so to get this started, it's actually pretty simple. You don't need many things. I'm going to walk you through everything in this video so you can just copy me by the end. I will also have the entire prompt for completely free down below. You want to go ahead and download that and follow along. First thing is download ChatGPT for desktop. So it will look something like this. Looks cleaner, smoother, faster, in my opinion, than using it on browser. Just look up ChatGPT app and go ahead and download it for your operating. The second thing is you're gonna need a social media analytics software, or should say aggregator, right? We need a software that takes all of your social media analytics in one single place so we can connect that with ChatGPT and thus populate your database of live data of social media, all right? Outside of this, all you need is the prompt, which I'm gonna cover right now. So open up ChatGPT. You can work in a project on your laptop if you choose to, depending on your working scenario. And all you're gonna do is go ahead and paste into this prompt. And again, the whole thing is for free down below, but it is a pretty hefty prompt. You can see here, 234 lines. We're basically giving it the role of a product designer that is tasked with creating a business command center for creators. So social media creators, content creators, whatever you want to call it. Or if you're running a business and you're posting on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn, that is what the role we are given to this specific project, and that is baked into the prompt. The objectives are to basically answer these questions. First, it's going to use data, which I'm going to show you how to connect in a second. It's either going to use the data that has available, or it's going to just make up data so you could wire it in later on. That's what I did for this demo that I'm showing you right here. So if I go to the actual command center, all of these are just fictitious data for the second, just to show you like what is possible. And then you can wire in your own data, because not everyone's going to want to track content revenue or customers or viewers to lead. You can manipulate this to fit whatever you want, which is why I'm giving prompt, all right? So these are everything, the sections: executive overview, performance over time, platform comparison, content performance table. And again, you can mix and match. If you don't need all this, you just want one of the sections over the other. So you don't want like content bank, you only want topics. Again, you can mix and match. And again, this did it all in one prompt, which I'm really impressed with from a UI point of view and from an ease, because I didn't do anything outside of manipulate prompt. So you're going to take the prompt from down below, you're going to copy it, and you're just going to literally put it into ChatGPT and hit enter. And over time, it's going to build something that looks a little bit like this. Now, how do we make this better? How do we make this customized? The first thing we can do is connect social media and live data. And this is where those connectors or plugins are going to come in. So these are the softwares I recommend. You could use Apify, Windsor AI, and you could use Scrape. All these platforms are doing something similar. This platform is going to connect to your IG, it's going to connect to your YouTube and your Facebook and your LinkedIn and Reddit and whatever else you have. And it's going to wire it all in this one platform. And instead of connecting everything individually to ChatGPT, which you can't even do, to be honest, all we're going to do is simply connect to this one platform to, and it's really that simple. Now, I'm going to use something like this. Again, you can connect anything. And the way you do that is you go back here, you go to plugins, you search plugin, Windsor AI, you hit install, and then that is it. It'll take you to Google Chrome or wherever you're surfing the internet, have you log in, and that is all it's going to do. All right. And then for something like Apify, so if it's not in here, all you're going to do is you're going to go to the platform. So Apify, I'll leave a link down below, by the way, if you guys want to check out these. You'll also get some free credits and stuff involved as well. You'll go to Apify whenever these platforms are. And then what you're going to do is grab the API key, and all the API key is basically facilitating this connect. So you're going to get the API key to ChatGPT and say, hey, there's not a native plugin for this software I'm trying to use. Here's an API key. Can you help me connect X software to ChatGPT? And it'll help you figure out. The reason I like Windsor, because it's right there, and it's there's a bunch of them out there. So choose the one that you want, whatever works for you. And that is going to, again, connect all of your socials to ChatGPT. And that is how you can populate the dashboard with live and working data. So all of this is tailored to you. That is part number one. Part number two is branding documents. So these are not my color. This is actually my website. It's orange and it's white. So purple in this dark background would not work for me. So what I could do is I would go to ChatGPT and upload a branding doc. Branding doc would include fonts, colors. Ideally, you want the hex codes. So these are the exact colors, so it doesn't mess it up. Logos, any type of bolding, italic, preferences, language, copy, etc. Right? So you can say no M dashes, or make it abbreviated, or explain in detail. Whatever is your brand doc. I have a whole nother video about brand docs. It's also in our community. If you want to grab my branding doc template so you can feed it to any AI model, highly recommend you starting there as well. So so you never have to do this again. Take that doc, fill it in once, and then send it to whatever AI you want. Grab that down below. But our branding doc is what I would feed this to ChatGPT and say, hey, make it in this color, make it in these fonts, throw our logo on there, throw everything on there, and then boom. All right, so those are two ways you can make it personal to you. You use one of these platforms to connect live data, and then you put your brand on it by just telling ChatGPT what your branding actually is. And this is best done in the form of a brand. Now, one pretty cool thing about this right here is ChatGPT has something called ChatGPT sites. So you can see it right here, Chat sites, and you can see my command center that I just showed you guys. And this is pretty cool because it gives me an actual URL. So this URL right here, if you were to send it to someone, they would have to log into ChatGPT, but they could actually see this. So it gives you a very easy way to quote unquote deploy something. Again, you're not deploying it to the internet because not everyone can see it, but it's very easy to deploy and send to a team member or send to someone else that needs to take a quick look at it. Made it very easy. I didn't have to go through like Vercel or Nexafly, whatever these platforms are to actually host things. ChatGPT said, hey, this is built now. Would you like me to host it? So you could look at it in Chrome, of course. And what it did is said, put a bunch of random stuff together, datchat.pt.site. So really easy way for me to actually deploy this and look at it in Chrome. Because sometimes looking at it in their native view is just not the same as me looking at it in Chrome. Because this is actually how it's going to look when I use it. And this doesn't do it justice always like within the UI of ChatGPT app. So it's also pretty cool and very easy if you take it from, okay, you built it in ChatGPT to, okay, now it's live and I could favorite this. Now I could come back to it all the time and look at it, especially if you're just using it yourself. You could just favorite this on your laptop. You never have to send it to anyone. It's always live in Chrome, so you could view it the right way, the way a website is meant. And you can see you have options. You can open it in ChatGPT and Google Chrome. So I opened it up in Google Chrome. You can open it up Firefox, GenSpark, wherever. So you have some options there, which again, I think is pretty cool. They actually did better in this regard, in my opinion, than Claude did. I have a video on how to build live dashboards Claude as well. I think they did a better job of actually like deploying, quote unquote, which is pretty cool. And of course, the final bit is the best way to review a vibe coded website, landing page, dashboard, in my opinion, is to do the following. So this is sort of a revision hack. The two things you're gonna need is the actual, semi-completed work. So like this is, I would say, semi-completed. You need that, and you need some type of voice transcription AI tool. Because all you're gonna do is toggle on your voice transcription, go through every single thing, and speak out loud to what you like and don't like. For example, this. Everything looks pretty solid. I think that there's too much going on the overview page. Let's make it a little bit more simple. I like how all the data is displayed. Yeah, add a recommendations tab to the left where all of the recommended topics are listed in priority. Also, funnel is bottom when it comes to how it's displayed on the left sidebar, but it's not in the bottom in the actual scrolling use of that. So also move this section to the bottom. Cool. Now that was a voice transcription, and that is literally it. So I don't have to type, circle this, go back, circle this. And again, they have a better way of doing it if you want to use it in app. I personally, the way I like to revise is doing it this way. And then I could just enter this in again, and then it's going to go ahead and make all revision. So really simple hack to actually fixing your vibe coding stuff, no matter what it looks like, or you want to move different things around, hold your transcription button and just let it rip. So that is an easy way for you to get to where you want to go quicker. All right, so you can see the method worked flawlessly. In 4 minutes, it basically did everything else, just like I asked. This is the old one right here, and this is the new one. So you can see already changed. This is all simplified right here. So it basically just took out this section and moved this up. Perfect. It added a recommendation section right here. Boom, there you go. And then it moved the funnel. So the funnel used to be here. Now the funnel is at the bottom, like I mentioned. So that is how easy it is to actually dial in feedback. You don't have to type or do anything crazy. You really just get this going. And this is especially powerful if you're just vibe coding for yourself. Yes, this will have flaws. You try to launch it and security and scaling issues. You have to host it, of course, and you need to hook up databases. If you're just building this to use for yourself, you could just use this. It's very powerful to spin up little applications for yourself to just save you 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. That is what AI I have seen is best used for, especially if you run a business, especially if you post content, especially if you're trying to market yourself online. Like I see these little applications help so much. I've actually packaged all of the applications, the skills, the frameworks I use most down below in our community if you want to check that out. But that is all I have for this video. I thought that it did a very good job, 5.6, getting this going in one single prompt. And the revision process I have, it's not mind-blowing, but it makes it so much easier to, from this version to this version, and then a few more versions, maybe V4 or V5, I will have something that I actually like and I could actually use, especially when I hook it in my data and my actual brand. So that is how to build a live dashboard when it comes to ChatGPT 5.6 and the new model. It is really that simple. If you want the prompt down below to build this, go ahead and grab it, and I will see you in this video next. Make sure you drop a subscribe if you learned something so my videos come on your feed, and enjoy the new model. Happy building, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Take care.